Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Alas, metric number AD190121, and today I want to talk about the heat conduction experiment. Conduction is the heat transfer process in which heat travels from particle to particle from the hotter end of an object to the colder without the actual displacement of the particles. Conduction of heat also takes place when two bodies of different temperatures are brought into contact. For example, when you're holding a cup of hot water, your hand will be hot as the heat from the surface of the cup transfers to your hand, same like when you put your hand near a fire pit. Next, I will explain about an experiment to show you that heat gets transferred through conduction. The apparatus that I use is lighter, candle, thumbtack, fork, and plasticine. As we begin the experiment, we melt the wax of the candle and use it to stick a few equally separated thumbtacks on the fork. Next, we let them cool down and stick properly. Then, stick the fork at the edge of the table with plasticine. Lastly, we light the candle with lighter and place the flame at one end of the fork. This is the process where I put the wax of the candle to stick thumbtack at the fork. As the result of the experiment, the first thumbtack that nearest to the flame will drop first and then followed by the second thumbtack and then the last thumbtack. For the conclusion, as the thumbtack fall, the heat transfer to the next particle of the metal and then to the next, finally reaching the last thumbtack, where it melt the way again, making it fall. We just observe how heat transfer takes place through the process of conduction.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ruzali Iskandar bin Muhammad Razali. I'm here to talk about heat transfer, which is main of the heat transfer is convection. Convection is the gas movement that transfer heat within fluid and air, which is gas. Heat is transferred by a current within the fluid or gas. Convection is just like a vent, or we can say through air and liquid particles. Convection move in a circular pattern, which you can see here. A pot, which is water in the pot from boiling. You can see a cold molecule move downwards and warm molecule move upward, which is the circulating the particle in the pot, which is they start to boil. Okay.
Here are the apparatus that needed in this experiment: paper, masking tape, ruler and candle. First, cut the paper into the spherical shape, then take the plasticine here and stick the wooden stick in the plasticine, and then we got this candle light here, and we have to put the spherical paper in here. Here are the result of experiment. You can see this paper is spinning around because of heat being convection around the air.
And for the conclusion, you can see the candle supply the heat energy that heat in the air near the candle. As air near the candle start to heat, it start to rise and eventually to rotate the spin of candle carousel. Since the air Near the candle rise up the vacant place is created. Now the cold air replaces this vacant place. From heat energy can transform into the kinetic energy. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakimi and today I will present to you about heat transfer through radiation process. So heat transfer is a process that transfer, absorb and reflect heat through radiation which used with it occur between two or more bodies which there's no other medium between two of the body. So as you can see here, between the fire and the hand, there are no other medium such as wood or metal, but they still the heat still can radiate from the fire to the hand. For the thermal radiation, it is also defined as electromagnetic radiation, which with wavelength of 0.1 to 100 micron. For type of heat transfer, there are a few types of heat transfer and one of them is radiation. The other two is convection and conduction. For convection, it is almost similar to radiation, but it's more on contact of the particle. But for conduction, the heat actually touch the surface of the material and heat move from one end to the other end So today I will explain how I did the experiment to test the radiation effect, how heat transfer through radiation, and now I have two bucket. One of them is white and one of them is black color, and both of them is filled with water. Both have same temperature, which is 27 degrees Celsius. Now I already put the both of the bowl beside the heat source, and what will happen is the heat source will travel through radiation and pass through this bowl and heat up the water inside. From there we can see that the water temperature is over 30 degrees Celsius, 31 degrees Celsius to be exact. And for the other one, And for the other bowl, which is the white bowl, the water temperature is only 29 or 28 degrees Celsius approximate. Both of this bowl is already been here for about 15 to 20 minutes, so that we can observe the same temperature between each two. After we observe up the heating process, we then leave it for another 50 minutes to observe how heat released from the water. From here, as you can see from the white bowl, we can observe that the temperature change is from 29 degrees Celsius previously to 28 or 27 degrees Celsius approximately. And after that we observe the temperature for the black bowl. The temperature is already 26 to 27. So at the end of the experiment, what we can conclude is we can observe how heat radiation from sunlight is being absorbed by the water and the black box and also the white box. We also can prove the heat that actually can be transferred by radiation process. And then for the last conclusion, we also able to notice that the black color does absorb and release heat more faster compared to white color due to its color properties.